Hey everybody, welcome to the first day of the new earth, right? Today is September 24th, 2023, the day after the great rapture was supposed to be upon us, right? I didn't want to talk about it because I don't put things out into the universe that I don't want to happen. So, what people need to understand is if you were looking for something out there to happen on 9/23/23, you made a big mistake because there are things going on referred to as the silent weapons that are being implemented. So, what you have to understand is there are people out there who have the brightest smiles and the nicest faces and the greatest intentions, at least it seems so, because they will be influencers or, say, film producers or stuff like that that have podcasts that talk about the end times or what's coming next because they're trying to get you to follow their idea. Do you see this? Hint, hint. So when they're like, oh, this is going to happen and that's going to happen, it puts it into your mind. If they get those messages put into enough minds, the universe will fabricate it into being. See, that's the problem, is that people aren't understanding this is a higher level thing. Each of us is basically like a remote controlled central unit of the creation itself, living off of our name, resonating within our area of our likenesses, preferences, heritage, what we put our faith into, what we put our effort into, and the things we allow to distract us from ourselves. All those aspects come into one combined thing, creating this now moment of reality. Time seems like this big thing where you're going into the future and we came from the past. Those are memories. These are intentions, attentions, or things that you've placed in your mind and scheduled, thinking you're going to do them. You know you can make a schedule and then not stick to it. Do you know a lot of people have been trying to pre-write history so that we fall in line and do that? And there are too many people just following along with it because they're told to, and they're afraid of the consequences that they may get if they don't listen. Now, if you can hear what I'm saying, I'm trying to say it as easy as possible, but it's something that we have to understand. If you've got celebrities talking about end times and what to prepare and get these products or buy these books from these people, they're trying to sell you something and they're trying to put ideas in your mind. Now, what is an idea? It's the identified, not dia, it's the identified to and from E, then A. See how if you go from an ID, we're identifying something, as an expression to activate. I had an idea, that's fine because it came through me. But if somebody else's idea becomes your truth, you start living mentally aligned with that. And the more and more and more and more and more you do that, and of course it has to do with what kind of influence you have to others, can actually affect the world around you. The universe itself is one voice, one version, or one verse. Now, let's use a Bible example and just say we call them verses in the Bible. Now, a song example, we call them a verse of a song. Now, when we say someone is not the same as you, they're an adversary. Why? Because they're an active reference of vital identity, the airy. They are the act that you are to and from. And then they have another vital expressed reference, subject. Sari, adversary. They're opposite of your verse, right? Or they're against or active to and from your verse. So when you see these things are actually the way things work, I'm speaking the word of the Creator. I'm speaking the universe. And why do you think if God is the Word and the Word is God, and we have Lord, and we have all these things, I could talk about all of them. We could say Muhammad and relate that to the sound of something. When you hum, but when you manifest a unit, not of hum, but of hum. See, here, active, manifesting, manifested. See how those things are like words, not a hum, a hum. Not a hymn, a hum. A manifested unit of hum, or a manifested ongoing hum. So we have Muhammad Ali. Now take that and say, definitely this is always M-U. Here, hammered, active, as it lie, identified. Why was he a good boxer? Because he was the manifested unit here as manifesting upon itself, active to and from, active as it lie, identified. Someone else. Here's an Ali, not an ally, not someone in the alley, but an Ali, A-L-I. So you take that to him and subject it outside him, because we are the grouping of the sounds in our specific bodily, physical, mental, spiritual place. And from that, we project our life outward onto other people who have spiritual, mental, physical place. And once you start seeing this, which you will, it may not be this lifetime, and it may not be just yet in this lifetime, but it's coming. And you're going to understand that the stuff I've been trying to tell people, which seems like beyond Dan's life, beyond my own life, I've been talking about this since before there were people, since before there were insects and bugs and rocks. I remember that. And like, that's weird to say to people, but the greatest thing is I mean it. What sucks is that I know how that sounds. So as a person, it makes me feel like, how the hell am I going to get this message to people when they don't know me and they think I'm just some joke who just is just saying this shit for my own good? I've lost my family. I've lost my friends, and that hurts personally. And I've learned to accept it because God, the universe, this creation itself, this planet, everything on it, even the spiritual side, even the mental side, even the invisible side needs this. We need truth more than we need money or more than we need convenience. We need people who know what is. And I happen to be one of those. There are very few. Some are starting to come around, and some are acting like they do and purposely misleading you. Hey, I'm here to help you. I'm the favorite, YouTuber. So, I've got these products that I'm offering you that are healthy and good and great. And we've made sure that they're 100% this and 100% that. And we don't have to tell the truth or not. We can lie about our stuff because we've got the money. You see, that's what people are doing. Everything has been a lie to you. If you're not doing it yourself, here's one thing you got to understand. Your hard work in this garden is supposed to be yard work. These aren't just things that sound that way. They resonate because that's the reason they are at where they're at. So in this universe, this one unidentified voice, but a vital expressed reference of human subject expression, or the active here, if you don't want to just say, personalize it, because it's not just about man or the human being at all. God didn't create this world for humans. No, he didn't. That's the Bible written by man saying that man is God's greatest gift. Hell no. So the universe is the underlying notion identified, the one identified verse, vital expressed reference, subjecting expression. Now all these things are one version of something, and we have come together where you hear things from a voice, they project out and they come into a thing called an ear, plus here, the earth. So guys, no one else has had the true experience of the creation that I have. And I have to say it because it's true. I'm doing this for you. This isn't for me. I already know what happens. I already know what's going on. And I can prevent it. And slowly but surely I am preventing some of it. But there's a lot of it coming. And we've got to have more people sharing this stuff. Don't just watch it and give it one view. Share it with everyone you know and care about. I'm saying that, and I fucking mean it. And when I say fucking, I use that as something to give it some oomph, because it needs it. And I care about you guys more than you know. Because I don't just say it as some kind of cool thing to say. You are me, and I am you. We're just in different bodies at this moment. And when we die, we all come back together and go like, what was I doing? I'm not in that situation anymore. I know what I'm doing. And I'm not afraid of the repercussions that some bad people who have false power are trying to suggest that they're going to do, or even that they are doing. I'm not afraid of them. And you have to get enough courage to not be afraid for your children, for the real living stuff in this world, for the things that really matter, not your preference, not who you want to bang, not what you want to do for fun, but what matters. If you can't do that, then you're helping us fall down even farther into the pit. Why don't you instead help us climb out of it and rise to a new plateau? Because and once we hit that plateau, then we can worry about building even higher and do it in a good way. in a proper way, in a way that aligns with morals, in a way that aligns with the universe and the patterns in which run all things here. And I can teach you all about it. In fact, I want to offer this to children. Like, if you know anybody who wants their child to grow up smart, I would say give them my email address and I will send them videos of how to understand language and what's really going on in our world from a young age, not on some, social media platform, with the actual files straight from me to them in an email so they can take them off, save them on whatever things they have. I would prefer they see me in person, but until that's possible, we have to deal with it the way we can. And it's not as easy to regulate emails as it is to regulate social media. So that's why I'm proposing, if you know anybody who really wants to learn this, even you, it doesn't have to just be a child, it can be anybody of any age. I will send these to you, but you just need to reach out and get a hold of me. So until next time, guys, God bless.